What's up, everybody? Clint Esposito here for the Clint Esposito Show. We're going to do a little behind the scenes video from the Harley Wallride / Funbox. I haven't even really talked about the Funbox at all. And I actually hit the wall at night, so I haven't really put that out either. But this is most of the raw footage. Obviously, there's extra footage that I didn't include in this. But it's most of the raw footage and a little bit of behind the scenes of prepping it and stuff like that. So I'll obviously be making edits out of this. But this is all of the raw footage and the behind the scenes stuff. All right, so here we go. We're gonna watch a little bit of this video, and then I'll chime in here and there and talk about it. What's up, everybody? We are on a little road trip. The wife and I, Bethany. I've been up since 4:30 this morning because I couldn't sleep because I was very excited to do this. So we're actually heading up to Brody Wilson's house because he has a big wall ride that I want to hit on the Harley. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited to film it.
There you go. No big deal.
No big deal.
No big deal. Excited to film it. I don't think it's going to be that crazy.
Maybe you should mention you were also a little concerned the last trip we took that I was not nervous about you jumping the Harley.
Yeah, so last time we're setting up to jump and she's just not nervous at all, and I'm like, this is comforting, but I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, is it because she's not aware enough to be nervous about it? Like, she's not been with me.
It's because I trust you so much.
It's true. It's because she hasn't experienced it firsthand yet. But I don't think it's going to be today. You never think it's going to be today, but I'm pretty confident. So there's two goals that I have. One, for sure, wall ride. Number two is Brody has a Funbox, and I want to wheelie across the Funbox, not nose wheelie, because that thing's not nose wheeling, I don't think. Not with me on it, at least at the moment. So my shoulder's getting tired of holding this. So I want to wheelie the Funbox. But I did not remember how tall Brody's Funbox was. And it actually goes from like one pile of dirt to another pile of dirt. So that also is a little bit gnarlier than I had.
I'm not nervous.
She's not nervous about that one either. She also doesn't have to do any of it. So that's probably also why she's not as nervous. But I'm excited. Been up early. We're going to try and just give you behind the scenes of the whole journey, setting up, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So this guy was checking out my cycle. So we are a couple weeks late for leaf peeping, but there's still some peeping to be seen here. Still a little bit of leaves. Make sure I stay in the nature.
Say hi, Stella.
This is our first look at the course. When I realized he had that other Funbox that's not quite so tall. First impression.
It's pretty big.
This is probably the first time you've seen a real course. Oh.
Yeah, I think so. I've never, well, definitely never been to a course like this.
Well, you saw a show. It's not a course. This is probably one of the best courses, period. Period. There you go. There's the Funbox that I originally had envisioned in my head. then of course the Wallride itself. So this is going to be my line. That's actually my route right there from earlier. So since my steering is not that tight, I'm going to basically have a new line here so that I can stay. You know, like normally on a dirt bike you'd go up and turn kind of hard, and I'm just gonna try and sweep across the wall. Making the new line for the Harley that doesn't steer that well. My dad used to say, if I would dig the amount that I dug for jumps for work, I could make a good living. So I would spend hours and hours and hours digging stuff and jump it like 3 times and then dig it again. It's already been welded back together, taped, re-riveted. It's broken off. This has seen a lot of course maintenance. We're gonna trust it's good enough for Brody. It's good enough to fix this Wallride. I was talking during doing this with Brody, and I was like, how hilarious is it that I have a leather jacket on shoveling this stuff? Because at no other point in my life would that have been acceptable. Like if I had ever showed up to my course wearing a leather jacket, they would have just laughed at me back in the day. Stella's helping me pack in the face here. Right, and this is where we get into doing wall rides themselves. As you can see here in the beginning, I was kind of going slow and gassing it at the end. I very quickly realized that you can't do that because you start to spin. Here, this one, you can hear me go woo, because I was at the stop trying to turn back in. The issues with walls, the whole thing is you always want to lean down, and if you start to fall, right, you have to steer down into it, because then at least your front end will catch you and like steer you out. Worst thing you want to do is turn up, because then you're just going to slide down the wall. So my whole fear was that not being able to turn in enough to catch myself if I did start to fall. That time I went like a little bit straighter, and I had to turn real hard to come back down, so that's why it was a little bit weird.
I think that was the highest.
Alright, so now we moved on over to the Funbox. This was hard here. Look, that's as tight as my steering will turn. But yeah, this was, I would say, the more difficult of the two. This is harder than the Wallride for me. Just because the bike's real heavy. There's a little gap up to that first slant, as you can see there, so I had to jump up to it. I was trying to get my front end low so my front end would hit, and then pull back as it went over the top there. So, kind of cool. Obviously I would have liked to get the wheelie a little higher, but just didn't happen. It's rough, but something happened. Alright, so here's my one ride across the other box. Alright, it doesn't look that bad, but in my head I was about to go over my handlebars. Testing out Brody's woods. Obviously once we get I do some edits, this will be just, you know, some snippets. I originally had that LED light with me. The cord is hooked to the wall here, so I just grabbed another power cord that I had, thinking that they were all universal. And this thing has a different power cord than every other thing that I own, so we didn't end up using that light, and we ended up using my truck's headlights. And originally I just wanted to light the face and the beginning of the wall a little more, so that way my lights would look darker on the wall, but it was cold and we were trying to get out of there. Hopefully next time we can do it again during the summer and get a actual photographer to come out and videographer to come out and shoot it. So there you go, people. That is the behind the scenes footage of the Wallride and Funbox. Let me know what you guys think. Has anybody ever done it? I don't remember seeing anybody do a Wallride. I had somebody on Instagram just say that there might have been, Rusty Butcher might have, but I don't recall seeing it. I don't know. Maybe. I also, when we did grind pegs, I also didn't recall seeing that previous either, but that also had been done. So who the hell knows? But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Any other cool ideas? Other than backflipping the Harley, that's what everybody says. Yeah, just let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and please support Canvas MX. Which I got gear right here from Canvas. Look, you can get your own name on it. See how I got at Clint Esposito? You can barely read it, but I got my own name on it. You can put your own logos, face, whatever you want on there. All right, peeps. Thanks for watching.